Family Ties is a very different kind of organization. It's an organization made up of a combination of professional social workers and families and youth. Family Ties was founded in the mental health system, but we have moved from there into juvenile justice, into child welfare, into special education, because kids and families just don't live in one system. They live in lots of different systems, and we like to think that we can help them coordinate the work that needs to be done across all of the systems that serve these kids and these families. Family Ties has built programs around the needs of the families. And it will probably seem to you as I say this that we're kind of all over the place, but we have grown organically. Where the need is, that's where we are with our families and our youth.
The staff at Family Ties is beyond passionate. I can't match their level. So to me, when I get to talk to a Family Ties staff member and understand what they do, it's amazing. I get to hear about the families, without the names of course, but hear about what they're doing and what programs they're running and why they're doing it. And you know, I can't say enough about them. They're the biggest hearted people out there. They don't do it for the money, they do it for the people.
Family Ties staff, as they began to look at what we had in a resource center, started thinking more and more how important they were that these resource centers be part of the community. One of our site managers, Bert Littlejohn of Mount Vernon, is a great example of how to connect to a community. Mount Vernon is a very small community, it's 4 square miles, and Bert, to her credit, knows everybody.
Support groups are extremely important to the families because it gives them an opportunity to share their feelings, to talk about the struggles that they may be facing, to learn about resources, to be a help to each other.
We have somebody we can talk to about our grandkids that know what it's like. You don't have to pretend to be, you're already a grandma. Yeah, I know what you're going through, girl. Yeah, so it's really very helpful.
We help them to start looking at themselves as, yes, I can do this. Yes, I am important. Yes, I can make changes in my life, and I want to make changes in my life.
In Yonkers, we have Ricky Knight, who leads the operation there, and Ricky is somebody who does so much in terms of program development. She has developed programs for girls, one called Daughters of Destiny, that really plays on a young girl's culture, connection to the community, and aspirations for the future.
When you reach the age where you want to, be with, when kids want to get together with kids of the opposite sex, they don't really have a manual as to how to do this well. And what do they have? They have what's in the media. They have what the stars do. They have what the reality shows show them. So how about what we try to do is show them another example. And what better way to work out some of those differences is in the group.
In Ossining, Sylvia Escala runs a very culturally competent community resource center. She is dealing in large part with newer immigrants to the community.
I was a single father. Raising my daughter alone, and I took a parenting classes. I learned a lot about how being a good daddy. Now my daughter is 22 years old and I have 2 granddaughters, so we need to continue to support the work of Family Ties for all families.
In Peekskill, we have Phyllis Elliott, and we now have Maggie Reyes. They also run a very culturally competent resource center and are so much a part of the community in Peekskill.
Family Ties creates community wherever it goes, and in the school we are going to be creating a place that they can come for all their needs. You know, one of the hardest things that happens when you have a child with special needs is getting them what they need. And so we've empowered families to be able to do that. And the growth of Family Ties just means there'll be more families that are empowered to help their children.
I'm living proof of it coming full circle, of someone who no one thought was going to graduate high school at age 14, and people didn't know where I was going to be at age 18. Betty and a youth advocate and some other people showed up to my school, for my high school, for a meeting when I was, and from there, I guess the rest is history. They have been with me ever since.
A lot of young people struggle, and they just need some time and support to get through that period. We're part of what they call the system of care, and we have value systems that we follow. And one of them is never giving up and doing individualized care.
There's no real words to describe it from being on the other side of where I was at. But the main thing for me is that I am able to use my voice to help other people, you know, in this 10-year process that I've been involved with Family Ties, to help other youth and let them know that no matter how dark it is or however they feel, if they feel that they're never going to make it or they're not going to amount to anything, that, you know, there is hope. There's always hope, and Family Ties instilled that in me.
We've always believed in Joriel, and he's just I'm so proud of him right now.
Family Ties is so appreciative of its donors, its volunteers, its benefactors, and our growth is only limited by our ability to attract new donors and volunteers and benefactors. We so appreciate anyone who is willing to join us, to be a friend of the family, to be a part of the family.